What's up, jazz guitar friends? Just caught me playing an impromptu version of one of my favorite standards ever written, All the Things You Are. I was online and I saw my good friend Jimmy Bruno put up a great video. It's always so great to hear Jimmy play and talk about jazz guitar. Definitely one of the gems of Philly jazz, and so glad that he's putting out videos. Right on, Jimmy. Anyway, so I'm here today to talk about playing through chord melodies, learning tunes, and let's talk about that tune, All the Things You Are. You know, a lot of people struggle with this tune. I was definitely on the struggle bus with this song, and it was really because I didn't know when I was younger how to really approach learning tunes. So let's talk about 3 things we need to know when we're trying to play this tune. Number 1, right? The form of this tune. It's not a standard AABA 32 bar song. It's a 36 bar. Ooh, that makes a big deal, you know, and it really works. I don't like to play like the standard intro. I always mess that intro up, so I much rather prefer playing the last 4 bars of this song as an intro, as opposed to playing like the Sonny Rollins or Modern Jazz Quartet intro to the song. And it's a great intro that brings you down from the 4 to the 4 minor and 3, and you can do all kinds of stuff, right? But the song's really cool because it leads you to A flat major, right? But it doesn't start on A flat major. That brings me to my next point, right? So after we establish that this is a 36 bar song, important, we also have to take into consideration of how this song is laid out harmonically, right? The chord structure. This song starts on a 6. Everybody thinks that you're either starting on a 1 or a 2, and if you're thinking about this F minor as a 2 and that you're in E flat, you know, it kind of does go to E flat at some point, but you're really going to be confused. This song starts on a 6, right? And it's really important because once you learn the first A and understand that it starts on the 6, when it goes through the second A, you're also starting on the 6th of E flat, right? So we do end up in E flat. So that's why it can be confusing if you're starting on F minor and you're not thinking that you're starting on the 6th. Not a lot of tunes do that. This does it. Fly Me to the Moon does it. A couple other tunes. But it's a very rare thing. So, you know, when you're learning songs, a song like this, you categorize it as a song that starts on a 6. It immediately sets itself apart from those other tunes. All right, so it starts on the 6th, and I can pretty much play the whole melody of this song if I know my roots and whatever correlating third it's going to be, right? So what I did in the beginning is I kind of doubled up on that. And I played, you know, F and A flat, also did it again, B flat, D flat, did it here. It's a cool way to learn the guitar, right? You know, some of these songs have been played so many ways. Like when I heard Jimmy play it today, I'm not going to play it as good as him, so I got to maybe try to find a little, you know, gimmick or a little idea that's going to make this song work. And if it's melodic, that's a bonus, so it really works in this case. So I know that everything in this song is going to start on a third, melodically. That's going to be really good for solos as well. So starts on a 6, thirds on top. Now the third thing, I'm a lot of 3s here, but the third thing is to keep in mind when you're learning a song, right? There's only 3 types of things that it can be. It could be like stepwise, going in like, you know, roots, you know, circle of 4ths or circle of 5ths, you know. It's either going to move like that or chromatically, you know. Kind of does that here, going from that C down to B diminished. There's a million other places where I can make this chromatic, right? And then also, I think the third thing, which some people will say is non-functional harmony, is moving in minor thirds or major thirds. This song is great because it does it a bunch of different times, especially on the bridge and the way the song kind of resolves, right? So check this out. Let's just talk about this first A section, okay? So, like I said, it starts on the 6, goes to my 2, goes to the 5, goes to the 1, right? The first thing that happens after I go to that 1, right? I'm in this A flat, which is where the song ends. Going up a 4th. Now right here, I have a key change. It's a major third away, right? It goes from that A flat and has a 2-5 into that C major. There's that third movement. Same thing happens when I go through it again. Hey, it's the same principles are at play too, where again, now I'm in the key of E flat major. There's that E flat on top with my C minor, F minor my 2, right? There's B flat as my 5, E flat, there's A flat. Now it's my 4th, right? It used to be my 1, but now it's my 4th, just for a second. And then there's that little interchange, that little turnpike taking 276 to G major. Watch out, there's a traffic build up there. So what's really cool about this song again is I'm going to stay in G just for a little bit. I'm on the bridge. And it's a 2-5-1 in that G. Now it's kind of weird the way this song has been moving stepwise and with the thirds. Now this time it's going to go down to a minor third, right? And I play this 2-5 going to E. It's really pretty, right? Going from that, and then, so that's how I'm piecing that bridge together. I know that it's a series of 2-5s that's going to move in minor thirds. And then what's happening there is I'm going back to repeat that bridge, right? Not the bridge, I'm going back to that last A. Everything's going great, and then I have that extra 4 bars. Since I used it as an intro, I'm good to go, right? I know that the third's going to be on top. Can get a little cute there. There's my C minor. Just really nice sounds, and you kind of have that. And then it resolves to A flat major finally. But this song does move a lot. But when you learn this song, especially the melody and the chords together, you're getting almost everything you would really need to make a good solo. You're getting the thirds in there, right? Everybody says to play melodic. It's hard to not be melodic on this song. You know? And then when you're playing solo, you have to be able to play the chords and the melody. You know, I think a lot of students are kind of thrown right into the chord melody mix a little too quickly. It's really difficult to understand the chords and the melody together. You kind of have to really go in on the chords for a while before they can really, you can kind of sort of play like a piano player and be able to comp for yourself. And, you know, being able to play a melody, just to state a melody by yourself is kind of hard enough as it is. To be able to put chords behind that takes a kind of special attention to detail, nuance when you're dealing with time. But hey, you're not just going to be flying blind. If you're going to be sitting there and reading this and not really thinking of the way the song's moving, like you're surprised every single time it moves this way. Oh my God, it's going to the A flat major. I mean, give yourself a plan. Start to understand that these chords are going to move this way 2 times. 2 times. You're going to do that in A flat and E flat. Then you have an 8-bar bridge that has like a minor third thing happening with this home key for a minute of G. And then it just goes to this E major for a little bit, which is great for any guitar player because you can always hit that low E. And ultimately, going to play that C7 coming back to bring me back to that F minor. I kind of like the idea of just kind of spacing it out, almost like playing like maybe not that far. You know, there's that ending. This is such a great tune. You can call it at just about any jam session. You can play it almost any occasion. But really get inside the tune. Don't be surprised every time it goes to, the E major. Oh my God, don't, keep playing it and be a slave to the book. Have a mindset where you know how this song is going to move. And the three things that you need to know, right, are the form, right? It's a 36 bar tune. Really important. The second thing is going to be starting on the 6th chord, which happens twice, and the fact that the melody is always going to be the third of whatever chord I'm going to be playing. Third, man. The next thing you got to know is the way this song ends up moving in either cycle of fourths, chromatic, or major minor thirds. You can kind of apply these same principles to every song, which is why they're so great. And again, this is a song that kind of has a couple of little moves where it goes, modulates a major third, and then does it on a minor third on the bridge real quick. So those three things are really going to help you conquer this tune and be able to play it in any setting, whether it's just being able to play the melody or a chord melody. All right, jazz guitar friends, I went over a little bit today, but that's cool. I got more data on my phone, so look out. More content coming your way. The weather's starting to get nice. Gigs are coming back. Lots more opportunities to play and teach. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. Always appreciate the feedback. Bebop!